Mic check. Hey, welcome. You've tuned into an Angelina Jordan reaction, but you know that. But I'm saying it. Do you know why I say it? Because the robots listen. I'm not messing with you. The robots actually listen to what's said in the video. And so probably me saying her name and the name of the song, I probably need to do that. But in case you misclicked, at least you know what you're watching. The last song I reacted to by Angelina was I believe the Love Don't Leave Me song with that vintage look and the Porsche, which I don't remember which model it was. People were arguing in the comments over which Porsche it was, the one that James Dean died in. Probably not that exact car, because that would be... Is that car totaled? Is it gone? Did someone buy it? I don't know. Whatever. This already took a weird turn. I do not believe I've heard this before, but there's a possibility when I hit play, I will remember. And that's just a weird thing with how my brain works, is a lot of times I don't think I know something, and then I hear the stuff, but you're probably the same way. Maybe, possibly. Anyways, like I said, Angelina Jordan, Are You Lonesome Tonight? Parentheses, Elvis Presley. I don't know if that means it was written by Elvis Presley or was made famous by Elvis Presley, but obviously Elvis Presley is the go-to reference point for this track. Let's go. And yes, I do love Elvis. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But as some of the older singers, I definitely fell into a Frank Sinatra, Rat Pack, Elvis thing. I know Elvis is not at all the same style as the Rat Pack singers, but I did fall for many years, probably like a 5-year window, 6-year window, where I listen to that stuff all the time. Still think it's fantastic. I don't know. Things you need to know or don't need to know. First song I'm thinking of by Frank Sinatra is When You're Smiling. And the second song I'm thinking of is Ain't That a Kick in the Head. Wait, is that Sinatra or is that Dean Martin? I've already lost my credibility. Let's go. I'm going to go with Dean Martin. Ain't That a Kick in the Head? That's Dean Martin.
Lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight?
I already got things to say, because now we watched her for so long, and her being older now and stuff. She's ancient at the age of whatever she is, 16, 17. But you can clearly hear her channeling the inner Elvis. I love it. I love when people nail it. She sounds like the best female version of Elvis we'll probably ever have.
Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day? And I kissed you and called you sweetheart. Do the chairs...
Okay, gotta call out a couple things here. Right where she just... The spot we're at here at 56 seconds, we just had this really cut from the major sound to the minor sound, which I forgot how common that was in the old 50s, 60s music. It still pops its head up every now and then. I do love that immediate change from major to minor. It might have been the same chord. Let's back up. Yeah, I think it is the same major chord to the same minor chord, which typically that would be the 4 chord. I wasn't paying attention to the actual chord structure, but most typically in any type of popular music, non-classical music, if you hear a chord go straight from major to minor, it's probably the 4 chord. There's a different example in the Beatles, Norwegian Wood, that goes from D major to D minor, and I don't know if that is a 4 chord. Anyways. Seriously. Do I remember how that goes? You can go ahead and get mad that I'm even playing guitar, but... hold on. And then when it cuts to the next part, because all this is in D. Oops. And it goes to D minor. Anyways, it always stands out to me because most music doesn't do that. Most music, you're always moving from one chord to another chord that's further away. So staying on the same actual chord, like D major to D minor or whatever chord it is, usually if you're playing the same chord and you just change the quality of the chord, that is very atypical in music. It just sticks out every time I hear it. I love it. Sorry, let's back up and focus on Angelina and the music. Well, to be fair, we were focusing on the music. Come on.
I wonder if you're lonesome.
Oh, it's got a speaky part. Sorry, for me, in my age group, I know speaky parts. You know, when the person just starts talking. I know that from like late 80s, early 90s R&B, where like it's like an R&B song, and they're all singing like Boyz II Men, and all of a sudden the dude comes in like, "Hey girl, you know I've been thinking about you." It's just something we don't really hear at all. I don't think. I bet you guys know. If you know something like in the last 20 years where people do that, tip me off. I'd like to like check it out.
Had me playing in love with you as my sweetheart. Act 1 was very nice. I read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act 2. You act strange, and why I never know. Honey, you lied, you love me, and I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing you than go on living without you.
Oh, it's good songwriting.
Hearing your lies than go on living without you.
And impeccable delivery. She's obviously listened to the song a bazillion times, or she just has that. Is there a word for photographic memory when it applies to music? It's not perfect pitch. Perfect pitch is identifying tones as soon as you hear them, but being able to replay an entire set of music in your head, there must be a word for that.
And I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if you won't, then they can bring the curtain down. Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you tonight? Bye.
Oh, I forgot she used to always wave bye to the camera, man. Anyways, the things I would typically say about this song, I still typically think about this type of song. But a lot of you watch a lot of videos, and so feel free to check out any of my videos from years ago. You won't. It's okay. You don't have to. Just letting you know that they're there. I'm just trying to think, like, when's the last time I watched someone recommend a video in the middle of a video and then I actually went and watched it? I think like probably almost never. So I'm like, why am I recommending you to go back and search through videos that you don't even know exist yet? Because one of them might be something you like. That's dumb on my part. I will link if you're here. Well, if you're here, it doesn't matter if you're here. Sorry, it does matter if you're here. I was gonna say I will hopefully link the "Love Don't Leave Me" reaction, but I'm gonna do that. Well, if I do it, it doesn't matter if you're here. I will do it anyways, or I won't do it because I forgot to do it. You know, sometimes I think I'm just insane. Good luck out there. Have a good one.